Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. I shall just bring Peter in to join me as we say hello to you all. Very pleased to see you along. Not too
Good
many,
afternoon, everybody.
not too many people yet, but hopefully there'll be more joining us shortly. I see Chris Dodds has just arrived, so welcome, Chris. Right, so today we are going to be making a small goblet. It is quite small too. You've seen the picture of the blank, but I'll show you again anyway. I'll put Peter in the background again, if that's all right, Peter. Whether it's all right or not, really.
Yeah.
There's the blank. It's I put the sizes on the sheet, but it's about 180 mil long and about 2 inches, 50 mil square, roughly. And so that should make quite a dinky little one. I've had this piece of timber kicking around for ages, and it's quite a nice piece of yew. Just for a change, I thought we'd turn yew. And I couldn't decide what to do with it at all. And I thought this is a good opportunity. I'll do something with it today. So that's what we're going to be turning. And I'm going to try and make it as thin as I can on the stem and on the bowl, come to that, but on the stem particularly. It'll be the old tennis ball dodge to hold it, which we'll see later. So let's see how it goes. If it all goes horribly wrong, then I apologise. We'll all have learned something, hopefully. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So I'll see people still coming in. That's very good. I'll let Peter tell me who's in, and I'm going to start doing a bit of turning.
Okay.
Just grab the bowl, roughing gouge, and I'll leave Peter to get on. Yep.
Okay, so Andy was first one in, and myself, Tommy's Workshop. Chris Charlton, 1033. Greg Alexander. Chris Dodds. Doug Miller at Woodspun Round. Martin Shepherd. Didn't miss you today, Martin.
Yeah.
Robert Copperell Wood Turning. Clint at Wood Dancers. David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenter.
The wood dude.
Alison Heath. Good afternoon, Alison.
Oh, she's in, is she? Right. Behave then. Sorry, I've turned the lathe off for a minute because it's upsetting the sound. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I don't know if that affected everybody else.
But, Stephen the Wood Dude, Ward Wilson.
Good. Look, I'm going to carry on, and we'll see how we get on.
I think that's it. "20 people watching now, according to YouTube.
Okay, that's looking better then. Excellent. A little bit further to go, I think, but let's have a look. Good, yeah, that's... Should get rid of most of that. I think it's quite a nasty blemish in the timber there. An inclusion. One should be all right. It's I'm gonna... Now that was going to be the bowl, but I think I might turn it round. Yep, I'm going to. This will be the base, I think. It doesn't matter if you've got that bit missing at the bottom. Somewhere near.
Jennifer Craft and Creations has just joined us.
Hello, Jennifer.
And she's reminding us, have you covered your keyboard?
I have. It's not often I can say that, and I have. We did discuss it just before we went live, actually. And yes, I have done it. Right, so where's my calipers? Have I got enough meat on here to use this chuck? That's the question. It's not the one. That's the one, I think. I think that's the right size. Yes, it is. No, we haven't. Damn. Right, so I'm going to have to swap the chucks over. Ooh. Don't know about that.
Malcolm Douglas has joined us as well. Good afternoon, Malcolm.
Hello, Malcolm. Just see whether these will fit. Put that like that. Measure across there. About 53. No, we're not that much. Oh. No, I think it's going to have to be the F jaws, which are a bit small, but I've got a coffee cup full of chippings. I said I would do that, didn't I? But that's awfully small. Oh well, we're going to have to do it with the F jaws, I think. I can't see anything else. So those will do it. So I'm just having a rummage through my chuck jaws to see what I've got that's likely to be any good. It's not them.
Wesley Hanna has joined in as well. Good afternoon, Wesley.
That might do it. Right, I'm just going to have to swap the jaws on the chuck because I didn't think about this before we started. Is that my computer making noises? No, looks all right. Sorry, you can't see me down this end of the chuck at all, of the lathe, I should say. I can take that off now. Talk amongst yourselves. Get that up out of the way for a minute. Give myself a table to work on. And then you can see what I'm doing. Good. Right, I'm swapping the F jaws for these straight jaws, which I can't remember what these are called. Doesn't matter too much. Oh, the H gripper. Those, if you can see that, yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Those, and I think they will just fit around there. It looks so that's about perfect. So that's encouraging. Chuck key, whip these out. I've normally got a chuck without any jaws in it, but I haven't at the moment. Right, number one. It's there. Number two is that one. Number three is that one. Oh, that's not going. Why not? I didn't wind it back far enough, that's why. Number 4, which has got to be that one because there's nothing else left. Right, let's just try that. Yeah, that's
Dr.
going
Bob
to
has
be.
joined us as well.
Oh, hello, Dr. Bob. That's absolutely perfect. Spot on. So it's even turned to the right size to fit it. Pop that out of there. Take that out of. Oh no! I know what I've done. I've locked the jaws on because I was doing that big platter, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong one. Try that one. Hello. That's odd. I'm sure it's one of those. It's good to be organised, isn't it? I believe it's that one. Yeah. That's that one. And then the other side, which was already a bit loose anyway. Right, that should. Yes. Success. Right, that's that out of the way. Pop this one on here. Chuck Allen key back in there. Right, so that one can go down there. Where's Chucky gone? There it is. And I won't tighten that up until I've got the tail sock in place. I'm going to take that rest off as well because I should want the smaller one on there.
Stephen the Wood Dude's asking, what's everybody making today in their shops?
That's an interesting question. You can see what I'm making, so I'll leave others to answer that. God, that's a bit of luck. That went absolutely centred, which is good news. Right. Right, there we go. This is going to be designed on the fly.
Jennifer says Mark's making a mess.
Oh, that's the front doorbell. My wife's indoors, so I'm just going to turn. No, I can't turn the sound off because I can't get to it because I've got a jumper on. Oh well, we'll have to live with that. Okay, so here we are.
Jennifer says
Sorry,
Mark's making a mess, and Doug Miller's saying eggs and mushrooms.
Yeah, it's coming up to Easter, isn't it? I should be doing. I might even be doing eggs next week. I should be doing some eggs ready for Easter. I've got a craft sale at the end of March, so.
Robert Copperell Woodturning says, I will be making a bowl out of ash or apple. He says he might colour it green as that's her favourite colour.
Yeah, ash is nice for colouring. I've done quite a lot of that. All my platters used to be made of ash.
Ward Wilson's making a wig stand.
As you do. So I'm just trying to true it up a little bit because it's slightly offset from where it was. Just feel it trying to vibrate.
Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman's joined us. Hello, Lewis.
Hello, Lewis.
And also Roger Kent.
That's better. Yes, hopefully none of this lot's going to show on the stem because I think we'll be through below it. Those sort of inclusions there. Good. Right. So that's that. There's going to be a great deal more to take away down here later on, but I want to get the bowl sort of roughly formed on the outside, then do the inside, and then finish off the bottom of it, because I don't want to make it too thin until I've finished colouring. Otherwise, it's almost certain we'll lose it. So I think I'll probably leave it at that, or thereabouts. I shall sand that up, and then we'll work on the top and hollow it out. Right, let's get the. It's not a bad finish on there anyway, to be honest.
Mike Hughes has joined us as well from Ilminster.
Hello, Mike. Oh yes. That inclusion there could be interesting. That'll probably go all the way through the bowl, so it might break in half. We'll see. It's a risk I'm going to take.
Mm-hmm.
I will just suck this away as it's you. Slow it down a little bit. I don't want to make it too hot, because you reacts very badly to heat, as I know we've said before.
Wood turning with Barry has joined in as well. Afternoon, Barry.
Hello, Barry. We've discussed you fairly endlessly on my channel, I must admit, because I do use a lot of it.
Mm.
That's pretty good. Yep, that's nice.
Dr. Bob, don't forget to give big thumbs up today to our host and his internationally known sidekick. Thanks for that, Dr. Bob. Yeah, 2014, only 10 up.
All right. I suppose I should be grateful for 10, really, shouldn't I? I could drill it. It's not worth it, is it, really? It's
You could change the camera, though.
I could do that. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah. You lose the colour a bit on that camera, but we'll see if I can set it up differently. It's one that you can do things to.
Yeah, we can see what you're doing. That's the main thing.
Yeah. might even go over to the Simon Hope hollower in a minute. I'll just get it roughly hollowed. It's a tool I particularly like. Right.
Ben Jamin's here as well. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben. I can hear that inclusion. So I'm not at all sure we're going to get away with it, but let's have a look. I can hear something.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a knot. There's a knot up. Yeah, it is the other side of that. I can see it down in there. Anyway, let's so I'm going to use the Simon Hope hollower now just to see how it goes on this, because I've never used it on something this small. So let's see. It's producing quite reasonable shavings.
Mark Beckett has joined us as well. Good afternoon, Mark.
Hello, Mark. Just using a spindle gouge as a drill. The Simon Hope tool doesn't like digging in at the bottom because the wood's hardly turning. It's made a bit of a hollow. Let's see how we go with that. Put up. Keep an eye on it because I don't want to go through. That's better. A little bit high. Oh, that's much better. I can see what I'm doing now. It's a worry, isn't it? That's nice. That's nice. Wants to go a bit deeper yet, but the shape's following the outside quite nicely.
I think you've probably nearly finished the bowl, but have you got another camera to go on? That's all we can see is the back of your head at that.
Oh, sorry. What have I got? Don't think you'll see. Oh, no, that one's not working. That one is, but we're using that. This one might be. Let's see what we got. Is that one? It is.
Yeah.
Can you see anything with that? No, not really.
It's probably better than the back of your head, though.
Yeah, okay. I'll just move it along a little bit, like that. That might. Yeah, you're just seeing a bit more inside. Right. And that one, if I do bend forward too far, I should be knocking my head on it. So. Have you? All right. Right, I can go a little bit deeper yet. Oh yes, it's because I'm coming down here. That camera's in the right place, so I'm all right there.
And if you can still hear me, Dr. Bob's asking what size.
What? Sorry, you stopped halfway through.
Yeah, Dr. Bob was asking what size is the Simon Hope cutter?
Oh, it's a 6mm cutter. Can you see it there? Yes, just. It's a tiny little one at the end there. It's actually cutting rather than scraping. It's the curved one with a tungsten carbide cutter. They do a very nice job, but you can't sharpen them. Sounds as though it's thinning down quite nicely. Yep, that's tidy that up and that's done. It's not a very good finish at the moment, but it will be very shortly. Where's it gone? There it is. Another little scraper. Oh, hello, you all right? Oh, is that? Oh, you've just appeared again. It's the second coming. Right, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, good. Okay, right.
Kick me out again.
Yep, we'll do. There you go. Right, I was just saying, I think we're about there on the inside of that, apart from a bit of sanding. And I think because of that inclusion, I don't dare go any thinner, because that is actually a hole all the way through down there. So yeah, we'll just sand that up a little, just a little bit, because I won't be able to do it later, unfortunately, because it will be too weak. Right, so here we go. The one thing I haven't done is true this top up, have I? I can see it wobbling. So we'll do that now. We'll take a second. Well, it's still playing up.
Well, sorry about this, folks. It's been a bit of a pain again. Discussing with Andy earlier about I have a 20 meter Ethernet cable somewhere, which I'm going to plug into my router and plug into my laptop directly for next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll sort it out.
That's better. You're back in again anyway. Right, I was just about to trim this off, wasn't I? Just to get this top running true. It's wobbling around a bit. What's going on? Yeah. Okay. I wish I hadn't started that. Right. Get that sanding done, and then we'll get on with the stem. Exciting bit. You all right? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Good. Something's kicking in there. Oh, it's that inclusion. That's all right. We'll live with that. Benjamin's being a bit more accurate than I was. But it's a 6mm cutter, not the 8mm one. As Ben says, it can be bought in 6 or 8mm. This is the 6mm one.
Yeah, and he also says that the handle is 19mm, but I think he means the bar, not the handle.
The bar, yeah, it fits the red. As you can see, it fits the red handles, or the locking piece, which I think it was 19mm. Thinking about it, yeah. Excuse me. It's obviously vibrating very slightly as I was cutting it. It's got a sort of knurled pattern on the inside now, which is going slowly. Yeah, it's still there. A textured pattern. I could say it's deliberate, but no, that's cracked. I'm not a bit surprised. It's very, very thin. So I can glue that. I shan't bother at this stage. I can do that though. It's probably this sanding that's done that. Warming it up too much. Slow it down a bit more. Anyway, I'm not going to spend any more time on that. Hear it catching the crack. All makes life a bit more exciting, doesn't it? Or more reason for not putting any pressure on it, or little as possible pressure on it when we're turning the stem.
Benjamin's corrected himself. Actually, I think it's 16 mil, not 19 mil.
I was not sure about 19, but I can very quickly measure it. It will take 2 seconds. And it is... Oh, come on. It's turned itself off. Right, 0. That is 0. It's 16 mil. Yeah. Thank you, Ben. You're right. It's 16. Oh dear. A bit nasty. I'm going to just give it a little squirt just to stabilise things a little bit. I'm not going to finish it at this stage. I'll remove that bit of tissue from the crack. There we are. Okay, it's looking lovely. Pretty about that. Oh, it's gone now, I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Can you see that at all? Probably
Yeah, just about.
Just about, yeah, it's just down here.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a crack. So I'm going to have to be very careful when I put the tailstock centre in. And I don't need to do that just yet because I can take a bit more off down here. But I still need to have it strong enough to support itself, which of course it is at the moment. Let's do it with that gouge, I think.
The other camera might be better as well.
Yep, okay. That one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So the end of it is going to be down by about there, I think. That'll be the bottom. Shaped in. Yeah, it's going to have these two inclusions showing. I'm not too worried about that. So next thing is to support the bowl and start making this thinner. So tennis ball, put that up there. Tennis ball, center. Where's that crack? There it is. Right. I don't want to overdo this because it will break the rim. And also when we start thinning the stem down a bit, it's going to put too much pressure on it. So what I plan to do is to actually take all that pressure off. To do that, I've got to tape that to the ball and to the center so that it's all joined together. I can then ease the center out backwards and take all the pressure off. So it's almost in tension. And that way it won't hopefully react badly when we start. Oh, hello, you gone again? Yep, Pete's gone again. Oh, he's back. Can you hear me? No.
I can hear you, yeah.
Stream? You can hear me, good. And we can see you now, so good. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting this taped up as we discussed. Well, you and I did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be fixed right back to here. So we've got plenty to tape to on this center. Doesn't look very pretty, but doesn't matter. It'll do the job. Right, just get a good grip on there. And then I'm going to bring it back over here and rejoin to the front end. Like that. And that should, yeah, that's relatively firmly held. Firmly enough, anyway. So technically I put that tape on the wrong way around, but I'm not going to worry about it if nobody else is. Should wind it that way. Right then, reduce the speed. Okay. Get the tails rest in place. That there.
Picture again.
Sorry?
No. I lost the picture there again.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, you're still there, so from our point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so let's see how we go with this. Oh, no, having done that, just take the pressure off a little bit. That should be almost in tension now.
Robert Copperell Woodturning is asking, are you turning a mummy?
Am I turning what?
A mummy.
I don't
As
think
in
so.
an Egyptian mummy. Well, it's all wrapped up.
Oh, right. Yes, no, definitely not. It's just a question of being a little bit gentle with this. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. When you do get it cut nice and thick, it's remembering to turn the speed down when you start the lathe. Otherwise the torsion is too much for it.
Oh, yeah.
It just twists itself off. Which is why I'm using that center, which is a lighter one than the big one. The less weight you have at the tailstock end, the better. Because it's having to turn all that lot through this spindle that I'm cutting, through the stem, which I'm cutting to be fairly thin. It's all quite logical, really. It's coming from here now. Yes, that bowl's gone slightly off centre. I'm not going to worry about that. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to make the stem get a little bit wider towards the bottom or a little bit wider in the middle. Or it could go slim all the way down, but I think that just looks skinny, a bit unattractive. And I'm going to have to make my mind up about that fairly soon. I could leave it this thickness and go all the way down, but then if I started to come back and make this thinner, it would give me a problem because it wouldn't be as well supported down here. So we need to get this the way to the thickness we want it to be when it's finished. Which we're getting somewhere nearer to.
Oh, Chris Dodds is asking, Andy, have you been to the Mike Walt School of Tapering?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen Mike Walt doing tapering, actually, so I haven't watched any of his stuff for a long time. Give me some tips. I think that's getting somewhere near. Let's see what thickness we've got there as a matter of interest. That's about 6 mil at the moment. I was always planning to go for about 4. Oh, excuse me. That's better. You can see it better with that underneath, can't you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's 6 mil at the moment. I will get a little bit thinner than that, and then we'll work that down. And as I go, I'm going to work out whether I want it to taper out, taper in the middle and go back down, or just go the same all the way down. 3 options, and if you've got any feelings about it, stick them on the chat.
Chris Dodd says go for the 4 mil, Andy.
I am. That's what I really wanted to achieve when I started, so I was sticking with it. Thank you, Chris.
Dale at Maple Tree Studios has joined in. Afternoon,
Hello.
Dale.
Hello, Dale. 4.6. I'm getting very close now. Yep, that's looking quite nice. Just half a millimetre to go.
And Terry at TJ Turning has turned up as well.
Hello, Terry.
Afternoon, Terry.
That must be somewhere about there, because remember he's taken off twice. Oh, that's 4.3. Well, I'm not going to argue about that. By the time I've sanded it, it'll be down to 4. Have we had any answers about whether people want to see it this slim all the way down, or fatter in the middle, or fatter at the bottom?
Chris Dodd said 4 mil.
Oh, 4 mil all the way. Okay.
That's the only one I've seen so far.
Okay, fine. He would say that.
It keeps freezing up, so I'm missing a few.
It's tiresome, isn't it?
Did you hear me when I said Terry from TJ Turning has joined us? Oh,
yes,
you
I
did. I wasn't sure if
Yep, thank you.
if that got through or not.
Well, okay, if we've only had that one request, we'll do it 4 mil all the way down then. The difficult way.
Doug Miller says fat in the middle, but I think that's probably a bit too late now.
Yeah, just a bit. I can do a bit of a bead around the middle, I suppose. I think that might be pushing me luck there.
Dale says slim all the way down with a fat bottom. Same way I like my women.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of aiming for, I think, at the moment. It's got to grow a bit at the bottom anyway, because it's got to have a base to sit on, isn't it?
Mm.
Just like my women, yeah. Oh no, my wife's watching, isn't she? Oops.
Oops, indeed.
Well, let's just have a quick shufty. It's not far away. 4.3, 4.6, and that's quite a bit more. That's 5. Yep. Nothing unexpected there, I'm pleased to say. I'm not quite sure how secure this tape method is, but it makes you feel secure.
Mm.
And provided you always work down towards the headstock, you've got as much support as you can get. Is that fat enough at the bottom for you, Dale? It's not a million miles away. If I'll get away with it, let's try. Just to make sure it's sort of straight-ish, just do a little scrape. I mean a little scrape. Take off any high spots. slight hollow there. That's better. That's got it. And then
Could you shake off the shavings from your black background?
I just noticed that. Yes. Yeah, that's not looking too bad, is it?
Ah, that's better.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
looking
no,
pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, and in fact, it feels pretty good, apart from this bottom bit, which I shall sand. So let's take that away. The table won't go in there, but we'll put that underneath. Is that in the right place? Yep.
Yep.
And we'll get that up there. I'm going to turn the extractor on, and we'll give it a quick sand. It won't take very long because it's not
Turn the
too bad
speed down.
actually.
Turn your lathe
Yes.
speed down.
Good thinking. Right, so I don't need to go too coarse because it's fairly smooth anyway. So turn it on, bring the speed up gently. It's all behaving very well actually, so I'm not complaining. You see that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to turn another light on. Where's it? Yeah, it's not in your way, is it? No.
No.
That's better. I can see it now. Such luxury. That's it. There's a little machine in my... Sorry?
I do quite like the shape of the base.
You do?
Mm.
Good. I was going to round it all, but in fact, I think I'll leave it sharp corners. More or less sharp corners anyway. I'm quite pleased with that. There's a nice curve coming into it.
Yeah, when I've done a goblet in the past, I haven't done it quite such far up. It's all been quite low.
Yeah.
I quite like that shape.
Yeah, it can make it look a bit spindly here if you're not careful.
Mm.
I like to have it looking as though it's got a solid base, something a bit heavy to make it stable. Even if it doesn't, it looks as though it should. I've also got lumps missing out of this, which there's quite a chunk missing out there. Only the one. Yeah, that one hasn't played up. That's all right. There's a little bit come out, but that's all right. It's natural. I'm not too worried about it. I think actually that's, and it's standing up very well to me turning it with the lathe on without slowing it down. I'm pleased to say, because I forgot.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a bit something rough there. Just give that a little tickle. That's better. And that's where I hit it with the tool rest. Yeah, you can actually see that moving now. You see that's not moving. This is. That's how weak it is. With a couple of knots in there, it's not going to help it. It's all good fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna fiddle around with that. Go. 2 more grades.
Yeah, you've been going just over the hour.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Well, I've nearly finished anyway, so that's pretty good. We'll part it off carefully. But I've got quite a bit of finishing to do by hand on it. Do I need it still to be on the lathe? No, I don't. So the risk of leaving it on the lathe is probably not worth risking. It's because it's now very weak in the middle. Obviously, I will give it a quick lick of sanding sealant. Now, Turn that down. So at least it's all sealed then. And the advantage of doing this by hand from now onwards is you feel how much pressure you're putting onto it, because it's all down to how hard you're rubbing it. That's looking good. So we'll turn that off. Push that out of the way. Take the tape off carefully, because this really is quite slim and fragile. Gaffer tape's great stuff, but it doesn't half stick. That's it. Now then, yeah, you can see if I pull that this way, you can easily take that out of this. There's virtually no horizontal pressure from the tailstock on that at the moment. Just a slight springiness in the ball. So that's that, and you can see how slender it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly. Right, now then, it's parting off. There are arguments for not parting off on the lathe, but I think I'm going to, because I like to live dangerously. As long as I can hold it.
Remembering to hold the goblet.
Yeah, it's holding the goblet and the base, isn't it? But we'll have a little go. Trying to stop it wobbling around with you only got one hand on it. We're doing all right. We're getting there.
And the Happy Makes has joined us as well, just in time for the finish.
Oh, good. Welcome anyway. There we are. It's off the lathe. And I'm going to sit myself down, because that's about it now. So that one back there. Bring Pete up to join us, if I can find him. So there we are. That one. Yes. Right, so there it is. One dinky little goblet. Looks as though it's got a nice solid base.
Very nice.
It's got a bit missing from the base, but we can't help that. That's the way the timber was. I could have made it shorter, but I didn't really want to, because it's quite short enough as it is. But that's turned out very much as I wanted it to. So the proportions look to be about right, and it's an interesting piece of timber with the inclusion at the top there, which actually goes right through. I can see right through it. So, but at least this bit didn't have too many knots in it, the stem, which does weaken it. So there we are. I've just got to sand the bottom off, obviously, get that little nib off the bottom middle, and sand it and finish the whole thing. I'll wax it. So I might even I think I might lacquer it with melamine lacquer, because then if anybody does do anything stupid like putting drink in it, it'll take it. But there we are. That's the inside,
Very nice.
and hopefully the melamine lacquer will fill that shake in the side there. If it doesn't, then tough. If somebody fills it up and it leaks, it's their problem. But I will tell anybody I sell it to not to fill it up with drink. But there we are.
Yeah.
So
Alison looks good. Dale, love it. Yaffy
Well
mates,
thank you,
very
Barry.
nice, Andy. Beautiful figure.
Yeah, I know.
And the goblet.
But I can't help
and the goblet.
and the goblet. Yeah. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Doug. Yeah. Bye, Chris. Thanks for coming in. A good money maker is to make them a little thicker and make the bowl to fit a shot glass. Well, could do. That's another option. Yep. Yeah. But I was really governed by the size of the piece of timber that I started off, which was best part of 2 inches square. So that, and it was that length. So that's really what decided the size of the goblet. And I did warn you in my description that it was going to be a small one. But that's quite fun. I enjoy turning things like that. Why is that? That's better. Yep. So my screen was showing something it shouldn't have done because I left the mouse up the top. Good. Okie doke. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. I'm just thinking about it. I might start making some eggs for Easter. Easter's getting closer. So I might start making some wooden eggs or egg cups or egg-based. Sorry, go on.
Easter's only 5 weeks away, isn't it?
It is. That's right. Yep. I've got a fair selection of eggs already, but I want to make some more interesting ones. All the interesting ones obviously go first. So I'll make some of those. I'll find me jigs and things. I've got some jigs I've made for gripping them. Yeah, they're around here somewhere. I'll find them. So either as I say, either eggs or egg cups, or both. So we shall see next week. Good. Thank you, everybody, for coming along. I don't know how many people we got up to in the end, but it's good to see you all. 23. Oh, no, that's 23. Oh, 22 watching now, but there are 23 thumbs up. So it was obviously more than 23. So good. Thank you.
Stephen the Wood Dude says hinged eggs are the way to go.
Yeah. I can see all sorts of ways in which that could go horribly wrong. I did do a hollow egg one time that as a box, if you like, that fitted together. Don't know what happened to that. I must have sold it, I think. But no, I haven't done one since. It was a bit of a fiddle. Yeah. Good hinged eggs, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, and see you all next week, I hope. Cheers then.
Bye, everybody.
I'm going to press the button now.